Hello. Hopefully everyone can hear us and see us this time. I didn't screw it up. So welcome on in. Everyone say hello. How's everyone doing?
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
Doing well.
I was still muted. I forgot about that. Oops.
Yeah.
That is okay. I was muted too, and I started to just wave, and I'm like trying to count down. Yay! I didn't screw it up this week. Everyone can hear us. I get a cookie.
Yes.
We did it. Hi everyone. Welcome to our second of two one shots with our cast with someone else in the DM chair, and this week it is the Lady Tiefling. So LaTia, if you would like to kick us off, and then we will talk about the charity that we are fundraising for.
Excellent. Greetings and salutations, fine musical enthusiasts. Today, I have the extreme pleasure of taking these fine adventurers through Undermountain the musical, a previously unexplored level of the famed mega dungeon Undermountain. This adventure was written for the Extra Life charity in 2019 by the Adventure League team, and I'm very, very excited to run it. And today we are raising money for the Chicago Community Bond Fund, which is an organization that pays bond for people that are charged with crimes in Cook County. I think it's similar to the Bail Project, but it's more local, right, Tanya?
Yes, it is. It is serving Chicago specifically.
Yeah. Raise money for that one
Excellent.
too on my own. So that's great. That's great.
Mm-hmm. Excellent. So we very much appreciate your support. We have some prizes for hitting some monetary goalposts. So get those donations in, and you could win some really, really awesome stuff, like some legendary bundles from D&D Beyond. Thank you to D&D Beyond for being our sponsor for as long as you have been. We love you. Thank you for your support. We also might be giving away some really fun Rivals of Water D6s from Level Up Dice. Mm-hmm. So thank you, Level Up Dice, for being supportive of us as well. Does anybody have anything else?
Man, if you're out in the streets, dude, more power to you. Thank you so much for everything that you're doing. This is what we're able to do from the comfort of our homes right now. We just really value everything you're doing. And if folks who are watching us and want to support in any way, truly, as we've been seeing, civil unrest is the method towards reform and hopefully defunding. But in the meantime, we just really appreciate folks tuning in, supporting any way that they can. And I don't know about you all, but this is a goofy set that I am so pumped to jump into. Like this world, like it's. When we go around and describe characters, can I read my description last? Because I don't know about everyone else's, but man, it's a trip.
Now I'm afraid.
Yes.
I'm afraid too now.
I don't know if you read mine, but really, I'll just wait. It's good.
Okay.
So yes, kind of piggybacking off of that, some of the subclass stuff that you will see is a little different from your usual class fare. So be prepared to get silly. Be prepared. It's just going to be a good time.
Yeah, and as far as the donations, I know we have a current goal of 1,000, and we're currently, I think, at 185. So hit up that Telefy link. It'll be in the chat. I tweeted it out as well. It's on the Rivals Twitter account. So make sure to hit that up as you're watching us move through this wonderful adventure.
Yeah, and our mods are there. They are ready to keep us safe and keep you safe. We know that there are some people who don't agree with what's going on in the country and prioritizing people's safety and wanting justice. So, yeah, we're here and we're going to raise money for our local community. And if you don't like that, It sucks to be. It sucks to be you, because
You hate to see it.
If my camera would pan, I would have a lovely gesture to send you in this moment. But
oh, and
my.
one quick thing. One of my friends wanted me to remind you that she is matching donations up to $500.
Oh, okay.
hell yeah.
My
Hey.
friend Bianca, I love you dearly. Bianca and her husband are going to match donations up to $500.
That's nice.
Sweet.
That's great.
That's
Amazing.
very cool.
Thank you, Bianca. All right. Are we ready to jump in to Undermountain the musical?
Yes.
We are.
We'll see. We'll see.
That's what I like to hear. All right. So, Waterdeep. We are all familiar with Waterdeep, the city of splendor. And in Waterdeep, there is a very famous pub known as the Yawning Portal. The Yawning Portal, which houses fine food, fine people, and the entrance to Undermountain itself. Ren, today is a very chill day for you. The rivals are off doing whatever it is that they decided they were going to do. Perrin is probably touring. Celise needed a bath. Dahani is, you're not quite sure what Dahani is doing. And Duo said that he would take over looking after after Trollskull Manor today. So you have a free day.
Oh, wow.
What might you be doing right now?
I feel like Ren would like go outside and like, it's a sunny day. I see him picking out like a little piece of grass and putting it in his mouth and just like walking around, just like enjoying nature and just being like, he doesn't have time to get to see and just like relax. So he kind of just like lays on the grass and starts rolling on the grass just around and just like sits there and just like thinks about how you can just relax for today. It's like,
Excellent.
this feels good. This feels good. I don't want to leave you. Yeah.
Awesome. So while you are rolling around in the grass, the sunlight is blocked by someone who is standing over you. You open your eyes and you see there's a small child who is looking over you like face to face, and he's like, "Are you Ren?"
Who's asking? Yes.
Well, I've been sent by Darnan. He asked me to come and find you because he has a new drink he wants you to try, and he knows that you like alcohol.
Kid, this is my day off. Drinking? Oh, okay. Where are we going?
To the Yawning Portal.
Okay, let's go. I'm ready.
All right. So you and the small child, immediately trusting the small child at the promise of liquor, you and the small child head to the Yawning Portal. It's a normal day. The tavern is bustling. The bartenders and serving staff are all running around grabbing people drinks, and you enter and the small child vanishes, and as you enter, you catch eyes with Dernan, who waves you over.
Hi, I was a small child was sent out to find me, and I was here to try out your latest beverage, if you know what I mean. And he starts winking weirdly, like, yeah.
Dernan, he doesn't return your winks. He has that same kind of stoic expression on his face that he does. And he says, "Yeah, I have a new I call it Dernan's Dark Downtown Drought."
Oh wow, that's a big name.
Yes.
I can understand why that. It sounds very, very great. Ooh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What is the flavoring? How did you? I want to know the story, the origin.
Well, it's a stout, and LaTia knows nothing about liquor, so about beer. So it's a stout, and it was nighttime once, and I was walking in the middle of Waterdeep, and that was how I decided to come up with a name for it.
Okay, all right.
It's pretty straightforward.
What is the percentage of someone being able to get drunk off of a sip of this?
This is 7.5% alcohol by volume.
I'll take it. I'll take it. Okay.
All right.
All
so
right.
he pours you a glass, a fine mug of the dark downtown drought, and taste it. See how it is.
Right. No. Ren's taking a little sippy, Rooney. Going a little like this,
Making a
typical...
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, should I do that?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Let me see. Okay, let me go ahead and do that. Okay. Rolling. Oh, I got a 1. It's just like it was like 1.
Wow. Okay. So your first sip, and you are feeling this is a good stout.
Okay, we're feeling
really
good.
good.
Great. Okay, all right.
So Rin, it's probably 11:30 in the morning. You're feeling real good. There is a what would you like to do after sipping this drink of yours?
Ren has like sort of a urgent, real feeling that like he needs to run and find Shaka, because he needs Shaka to have this stout as well, because he wants to have a friend in the same position he is in.
All right. So as you head towards the door to go and find Shaka, you are immediately, as you are leaving, a very large gentleman meets you at the door, and you stumble back a bit. You almost spill your mug of stout, and you bump into a table of 3 other people. And if you 3 would like to say what you look like, whoever would like to go first.
Oh, sure, I'll go first. You see a human paladin, but he looks like he's been falling on some hard times. Like he just doesn't care about his armor anymore. He's like content to be face down after a little too many beers and probably bad food, but the food is only serving to soak up the alcohol. He's just like, whatever. I guess I should like respond to my god or something, but this beer is all about my life. Yeah. And he's like brown skin, close cut Caesar, and his eyes are kind of bloodshot, and you don't know if it's like asleep, too much beer, combination. He's just tired. The dude looks like he needs a nap.
Yeah. Next to the paladin, you see something that kind of Rin makes you question exactly what was in this drink, because it looks like something that you haven't seen before. It looks like you can't tell if it is a living thing or if it is like something that was created by the human paladin or something else. But to your best piece of knowledge, it looks like a bunch of yarn.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, it is definitely in the form of a humanoid.
Okay.
But all you can see is it looks like a bunch of yarn holding a cup of alcohol. And you can also see a small little kind of like bunch of yarn that is holding on its lap that seems to be formed into another small thing that you can't quite tell exactly what that thing is yet, but it looks to be separate, so looks very weird.
Okay.
And then in between them, you see what looks to be just a tiny chef, man. It's like a small person. It's a hill dwarf that is got, you know, a chef's like garb on with like the cooking shirt with the double breasted and like the line you see inscripted on the name Chef Zieg Beerborg written across the lapel. And he's got his chef hat, and then his actual face is predominantly eyebrows and mustache. And then you can't really even make out his eyes. They're kind of like tucked in behind the eyebrows, and his massive nose. And you see he's just like taking the beer and swirling. He has not sipped it yet, but it's like inhaling it and just like swirling it repeatedly, and then takes it, runs it back through his mouth, and spits it out in a separate cup as he just like continually yeah, that's what you see happening at the table.
I just feel like Red is like, well, he's drunk and he's like, what is it, my birthday today? Hey, what's up, y'all? How you doing? Are you guys having the same beer I am?
You would be.
Oh, it's great. It's great. Do any of y'all want to have a shot of hard liquor?
Yeah, whatever, dude.
Okay. Bartender! We need 15 shots, please. Please, thank you. Okay.
So my character is going to look at Rin, and he's going to shake his head and, like I say, you're an embarrassment to elves.
You sound like my mother. You sound like my mother. Why?
Just get a hold of yourself. We're all drinking here, but you're the only one that's falling over himself.
They don't know what they like. It's fine. They let him enjoy himself. And my problem is 15 does not divide by 4 even Z.
No, because there's 6 of us here. I see 1, 2, 3. There's 2 of you. Okay, there's 2 of the. Yeah. Yeah, don't worry, it's fine. I'll have the extra ones that you guys don't want, and then I should probably go home. But it's my day off. I'm having a great time, you know. We should live our lives as just like human beings and just flowing and yeah, that's it. Yeah. The red just kind of like sits on the table.
You sit on our table.
Yeah, I just looks on the table.
Oh my god!
As you like lay down, the chef's like, "This is our day off too."
Oh, this is your table. I thought this was my table. Okay, I'll go find myself a table. I'll be right back. Okay.
As you get
I look up. Can I look over at
Yeah.
Donnie and see what their response is?
Oh, your apathetic paladin, by the way, is just kind of like, he's just like kind of half sitting there and just. I thought elves could hold their liquor.
This one can't.
I met an elf once. He had great vision, could drink me under the table. Blonde hair, daggers. You probably heard tell of him. But he'd shame you. He'd shame you so bad for this. But
I would shame myself too. Yeah. Yep.
I thought we were.
Right, you're ashamed. He looks at himself. He starts pointing at himself.
Wow.
Well, I mean, some elves just can't handle it. That's the reason I nurse all my drinks.
I need to learn your technique. How do you stop yourself from being very intoxicated off of one sip of the liquid nectar?
Okay. So my character is going to lean in very close to Rin, to where there's pieces of yarn that are like flicking on the front of your face, and then he just says, "It's the yarn."
I would love a piece of yarn. Then I can make like a sweater for Celeste for her birthday.
Oh, okay, I recoil back so he doesn't grab.
Oh,
my
okay.
arm. I go back.
I wanted to make custom outfits for friends. Okay, the things I come up with when I'm drunk. But okay, I guess I won't do that. He sits back down.
What you may or may not, depending on your level of intoxication or how how curious you are about this drunk elf that has sprawled himself across your table, is that the gentleman that he bumped into on his way out has been meticulously measuring things as he walks around the tavern. It's kind of obvious to see now that now that the conversation has died down a bit and the tavern is getting a little quieter, as you see this man, very large, powerfully built man, walking around with a piece of string that has been knotted, like there are knots tied in it, maybe every 6 inches or so. And he is pulling out this string and he's measuring things. Like he's measuring the diameter of a table, and he's measuring the distance of a table from a wall. And after about 5 or 10 minutes of that, he walks up to the counter where Dernan is doing his business, and he says very loudly, I am very sorry to announce that the Yawning Portal must close immediately.
Why? I just got here.
This table, and he walks over to a table that's maybe 10 or so feet away from you all. This table is 2.3 inches too close to the primary egress. This is a direct violation of Waterdeep Code legal laws and building codes, and I need everyone to leave right now.
I don't want to deal with any violations. Brent just smacks the table. I don't want to deal with any violations. I just want beer.
Go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Donnie just sits, like he bothers to sit up. It's like, you're making all of this fuss over a table that you can move. That someone can move. You want to close the whole bar for a table that we could move.
And he comes over to you, and you're still sitting down?
No. Donnie's gonna stand up, and he's like 6'2".
Okay.
So he is an imposing but apathetic paladin.
Perfect. So this gentleman comes over to you, and you guys are probably about the same height.
Okay.
And he's not directly in your face, but he looks a little imposing. Like he's a very powerfully built man. And he says, Section 14, subsection 23, paragraph B, part 83 clearly states that the city must close the establishment for 24 hours in order to allow the owner time to effect repairs. Furthermore, the code legal plainly...
Stop! We can move a table. You don't have to close the whole bar. In the time you've been running your mouth, we could have moved the table. And I don't like doing extra work. But you know what? You're making extra work right now. Why don't you stop flapping your gums and move the table? Just move the table.
Make an intimidation check for me.
Can the chef sip his beer, like just like slurp it, like so loudly that to give the help action in any way to affect it?
Sure.
Thank
Absolutely.
you.
Oh boy, I have failed.
No.
That is a 5
With advantage?
Oh no, I didn't know I had advantage.
Yeah.
Then let me re-roll that because that was bad.
Okay.
Oh, that is so much better. It's a dirty 20.
Yes.
A dirty 20.
Dirty 20.
So
Terrific.
he looks like no one has ever bothered to question the rules before. And he continues to speak, but you can tell that the conviction in his voice is not what it once was. He's like, I'm very sorry, but the law is the law. The Yawning Portal must be closed while this egregious mathematical error is corrected. And it's at this point that Durnan comes over and he puts a hand on your shoulder, Donnie, and a hand on this gentleman's shoulder, and he says to this gentleman, he says, Karu, it's fine. I'll close the portal. We'll get the table moved, and we'll reopen tomorrow. It's no big deal. All right. And Karu looks at Durnan, and he's a little uncomfortable to have the rules challenged so strongly in front of him. But seeing Durnan uphold the law of Waterdeep, he's like, very well. Well, perhaps there's something that you four, and he points to all of you around this table, can do for me. Oh no, what happened?
Oh, we're good. Yeah, it just went off for a second.
Sorry, RCN internet man. I'm back.
Yes, perhaps there's something as people begin to, they take their mugs with them. You see a couple of people go over to the cask that Durnan is pouring out of and grab a little bit of stout before they head out. And Karu looks at you four and says, well, perhaps there is something that you can do for me while the portal is closed, since you don't have anything else to do right now.
How do you know we don't have anything else to do?
I'm making a very, very wild assumption.
I don't appreciate your assumption, but I'd like to hear what you have to offer.
I have been in pursuit, let's say, of a rogue contractor. His name is Gazebo, and he has been blacklisted by the Waterdeep City Inspector's Office for multiple building code violations, hiring unlicensed subcontractors, taking too long for their lunch breaks, stuff like that.
So to take care of unlicensed contractors, you're going to hire us as unlicensed contractors to take out another unlicensed contractor. Unless you're going to license us right here, right now. And I'm prepared to take whatever licensing exam you might have.
There's no exam required.
Okay, I have fashioned out of yarn a pencil and what looks like a piece of paper, kind of like a square, like tablet piece of paper, and I've sat down and I'm ready to write.
Oh wow!
I love it. Take inspiration.
Oh, sweet.
Oh my god.
There's no licensing exam required. The reason I ask you, you're adventurers, right?
We do what we need to do.
I don't know these people.
It is very interesting to me that someone who does not know a bunch of people would sprawl across their table in such a friendly manner.
Would people have multiple sips of one liqueur? They just have the nature of wanting to be one with the table. That's how I feel, at least. Don't y'all feel the same way as me? No? Oh, I guess not. Okay.
Be that as it may, you look capable of taking a brief excursion into Undermountain. Yes, I mean, especially while the Yawning Portal is closed, I am willing to turn a blind eye this once to having people inside the building while construction is present if you are willing to do this small favor for me.
What do you all think of this statement?
If it'll get this guy to shut up and let me go back to drinking in peace. So we could have just moved a table, but no, we gotta go to a mountain. Fine.
Fine.
The fine with me. The Undermountain has recipes we always eat.
Excellent. He turns to Durnan, who has been standing here. He's gone and closed and locked the door. And he says to Durnan, if you would be so kind as to assist these adventurers into Undermountain. Gazebo has he's vanished into a level of Undermountain that no one really knew existed. I don't know much about this level, but I've heard tales that there are strange sounds and it might smell funny. And I don't know. Have you all seen outside of the theater a sign for a great show called Flumfapalooza?
Can I make a history check?
You can.
Yeah.
You can make a history check.
That would be great.
Any of you can make a history check.
This will be hilarious.
I will just say that because I'm from far away, I have not heard of this.
Well, I'm going to tell you I got a 3. Let's see what the modifier is.
Probably not that good.
Probably not good. What do you know? It's a plus 17. No, it's a 5. Yeah.
8.
No, it's a 5 total. It's only
5
plus 2.
total.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I got a 14.
Okay, and Rin, what did you get?
Sorry, I didn't roll. Let me do it real quick. 5.
You're drunk. It makes sense.
Okay.
Donnie, you remember seeing this really ostentatiously designed poster it's got Flumfapalooza in big letters, and there's very badly drawn art of flumps all around it. People have been talking about it, and you're not entirely sure what it's about, but you've seen it. So Karu begins to say that if you would be so kind as to venture into Undermountain, save any potential flumps from whatever nefariousness Gazebo may be plotting, and bring the goblin, he is a goblin, bring the goblin back to face the justice of the Code Legal. I will reward you handsomely.
Money! I want it. I want all the money. Let's do it.
Fine.
Does that reward also include being licensed? Because then I'm in.
Sure. What would you like to be licensed for? I can see if I can push the paperwork through.
Well, you seem to come in here measuring and pushing and demanding tables and such. I'd like to take a shot at that.
And Karu looks you over and he notes your yarny exterior, and I mean, you would make a good measurer, I suppose.
You're right.
Done.
Watch your back.
Complete this for me, and I will see to it that you are licensed and qualified to be a building inspector for the city of Waterdeep.
All right. So are you handing me something?
No, he's not handing you anything.
Okay. All right.
It's a verbal contract.
Oh, it's a verbal.
No. That's how I wound up in service to cocktails.
Oh my god.
You know, the liquor hits you just right, and then you agree to anything. We don't do verbal contracts around here.
Well, I'm not sure how it is, but in the dimension of Yarn, all our contracts are all vocals. So
I mean, don't you have paper?
I'm fine with this. I'm fine with this.
He says he's fine with it.
Is fine? Is fine? Let's go to the Undermountain.
Excellent. Durnan, if you wouldn't mind, and Durnan is already standing at the portal at the entrance to Undermountain. If everyone is prepared, you may get. How do you get in the Undermountain?
I think it's like a thing you climb down, right? It's like a well kind of.
It's like a well sort of thing.
Yeah.
Smash cut to the four of you descending into Undermountain. As you descend, you begin to hear the faint sound of music. You're not exactly sure what kind of music or where it's coming from or who's creating it. But as you descend deeper and deeper into Undermountain, the music becomes ever present.
I mean, is that somebody's is like someone in distress? It sounds like someone's screaming over there. What?
You know,
y'all can make a perception check for me.
All of us, or okay.
Oh boy.
Because like I'm gonna say that I'm not really familiar with the concept of music. So let's.
Excellent.
I think someone's
But you're-
just screaming.
Your
okay.
yarn. We could make a guitar out of you.
I got a 22.
As
Wow.
to that, I got a 5.
solid 7.
You said history.
No, a perception.
Okay, so it's still the same result in 8.
Okay. So Rin, you hear, it almost sounds like if one were on the map screen of a JRPG. Getting ready to travel somewhere, the music is grandiose, you're on an adventure, and your little tune is getting ready to travel across the map to go.
Okay.
That's what it sounds like. As you all make your way to this particular level, which, despite Karu not knowing how to get there, somehow you're here. You also begin to smell popcorn,
Oh.
cotton candy.
Ooh.
This is getting interesting.
What might be rotten eggs?
Oh, okay.
Like,
I don't know if I want that anymore.
like just an undercurrent. Like it's not like you just open the carton and whoa, there it is.
Mhm.
It's like somewhere down here there is a rotten egg.
The chef is now obsessed with tracking this rotten egg down.
As the chef looks around, his great big nose, you see the nostrils flare as this giant sniffing noise permeates the otherwise the JRPG music and the sounds of your feet hitting the ground as you make your way to this level of Undermountain. You are, despite climbing down to this level, you find yourself on a riverbank. This riverbank, the riverbank edge is about 10 feet wide, and the river itself is about 10 feet wide. You can see from where you are, there is a bridge in front of you, probably about 30 or 40 feet. And there is a passageway to the left of the bridge, and the river bank continues along farther than what you can actually see. What would you all like to do?
Can I roll an investigation on the bridge to see if there's anything creaky or something that would make it not navigable?
You may.
Alright, so let's get my modifiers. Investigation. All right, that is a 8.
It is an 8. So you
Yes.
make your way to the bridge. It's made of stone. It is about 15 feet above the river. And as you go to inspect it, you hear a voice. Everyone hears a voice that seems to come from nowhere. The voice says, "The adventurers did not know that their journeys would bring them here today, but little did they know the grand adventure that awaited before them."
Uzi,
Oh,
did you hear that?
I think we have an omniscient narrator here. Yeah, and well, it looks like that the bridge looks stone. I think we could take it.
So is Z now going to talk to you about the voice in the sky that we saw?
No, just forget the voice in the sky. Some people call it God. Some people call it yarn. It's
No,
fine.
my god's meatballs, so I know that's not my god. So in fact, I do adhere to the religion of meatballs that's in my character sheet. I just want that.
Are you a Pastafarian?
I think so. I think I am, and I'm trying to do it respectfully. Okay.
Wow.
All right.
I once heard someone say something about a flying spaghetti monster in the sky. I've never been able to prove it, however.
All right. So I'm gonna hop on the bridge.
So the voice in the sky can hear us talking now. Z, okay. The chef is very freaked out about it, but it's just like paranoid that now there's someone just like monitoring all of his actions.
There is sorry.
No.
I was gonna ask, there is a bridge or there's like water on the side, right?
Yes, so there is a 10-foot wide river, and then on either side of the river there are 10-foot wide riverbanks.
Okay. Ren feels like he is feeling like this is like a water slide. So would it be possible for me to like lay and try to slide down this?
You know what? Sure.
Anything's possible.
Anything's possible. So the river is not, it does not descend. It's almost like a lazy river. But Ren, you climb into it and you begin to float. It's very peaceful. The water's nice and cool. You float at what you feel might be around 20 feet around or so. And about 30 seconds later, you all watch as Rin floats down the river. And then you see him disappear down that side of the river and then come back this side of the river. The side of the river where you all are.
Oh my god.
So after about 30 seconds or so, Rin, you're floating on this lazy river, getting your robes all wet and stuff. And about 30 seconds later, you float right past your new friends.
Hi, everybody. He just goes back. Like,
Oh boy.
It's a loop. It's a loop.
Is he close enough for me to grab him out of the water?
Yeah, you can try to grab him.
Oh Lord. What am I rolling?
just the strength. Or no, this would be dexterity to try and grab him as he goes back.
Oh, great. You are so lucky it's a 17.
Yeah. And the river is not floating very fast. So yeah,
Okay.
as this on probably his second loop, you just grab his robes and like pull him out of the river.
Is he making any attempt to get out of the river, or just enjoying the looping reality of the slide, of the infinite slide?
The infinite slide. I don't know, Ran, what are you doing?
Don't want to get out of the water. Go ahead. He's just like, well, I feel since with the theme of this episode, like he's like singing like, oh, how good it is to be free.
Excellent. Take inspiration. Oh
So
my
he's
gosh.
just going down, just the whole thing. So he's not trying to get out of the water. He's enjoying the going down the slide, or the water.
You know, you're just it's just like a natural current to the river.
Yeah.
And the narrator said, I heard a wise man once said, there are no perfect men, only perfect intentions. So, what would you all like to do? Again, so there is the, from the bridge that you are on, I'm sorry, and I didn't actually catch your character's name, Shareef.
Pearl Ravel.
Pearl Ravel, okay. So Pearl, from the bridge where you are, immediately to your left, there is a pathway that travels down probably about 30 or so feet.
Mhm.
And on the right-hand side of the bridge, there is what looks like a room of some kind.
Okay. Like a open room or
Yes.
like a pathway to a room?
There is it's not very much of a pathway. It's like it opens up into what looks like a room.
Okay. I think we should head to that room. I think we
Let's
can
see.
inspect and see what's in there.
And then just double back for the passage.
Sure.
Okay. And yeah.
Yeah. So I'm gonna walk toward the room. I'm not waiting for anyone either. I'm just gonna walk towards. I'm just walking toward the room.
Wow.
Perfect.
Wow.
He's not quite a team player.
Really, we couldn't tell.
He's gonna walk toward the room.
The
yarn god will protect him.
Through the will of the yarn god, Pearl Ravel heads towards what may or may not be his destiny. What you see before you is a 20-foot wide room, 20 foot wide by 30 foot long.
Okay.
And what you see are 4 pillars that are carved to look like flumps, wearing fedoras, dancing around umbrellas.
Like there's like 4 umbrellas and the flumps are dancing. Each one is dancing around its own umbrella.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right.
And they're all wearing fedoras.
Correct.
Okay.
The room, as you step into this room, a bright beam of light descends on you from above. And your footsteps echo. There's a little bit of water on the ground, and your footsteps echo, and it sounds like your footsteps are almost too loud for the amount of water. It almost sounds like somebody might be like slapping their hand into a bowl of water every time you step.
All right. I'm gonna immediately stop when I hear that, and I think I would roll performance for this. Maybe you tell me. I'm gonna try to match I'm going to try to walk in a circle and match the speed of that, because they're all rotating at the same speed around the umbrella.
The pillars aren't moving. It just looks like it looks like the flumps are dancing around these pillars with their fedoras and their umbrellas.
Oh! I see. I thought you meant that the flumps were actually like moving around. Okay, all right.
They're just statues.
All right, so yeah, I'm gonna stop, and I'm gonna say, anyone in here?
You don't hear anything.
Okay, so I'm gonna kind of wave toward the rest of the folks to come and join me.
The chef walks in. Takes a look at everything. So as soon as I step into the room, the sound of the water happens, right?
So the water is kind of, so there's almost like a little bit of a depression.
Yes.
Where there is enough of a difference between the hallway and this room for water to pool on the floor.
I see.
From it might be just the dampness of this level of Undermountain. It might be some cast off from the river.
Yeah, I walk in and look at the statues. And can I investigate the statues?
You may.
Yes, love to. And I got a 17.
17.
Yes,
Excellent.
15 plus 2.
Beautiful. The statues look. They just appear to be regular old statues. Again, they look like flumps wearing fedoras, holding umbrellas. Maybe you're not sure. Can a flump hold an umbrella? Mysteries of life.
In your world, it can.
How accurate of a statue is it? Is it like uncanny how like accurate it is, or is it like can be tell like somebody made this?
It's pretty accurate. Like you can definitely tell that it is what it is.
Okay, but it's not. Chef is wondering, this is a person that's petrified. This is a flump that's been.
Okay, make an investigation check on that front.
Gotcha. And that's an 8.
An 8. They look to be just regular statues.
Cool.
It is at this point with Pearl and the chef inside the room that a very large portcullis descends onto the entrance that you two walked in.
So,
and you two are trapped inside, and I'm going to need initiative from everyone.
Okay.
I'm crying.
Okay.
You just couldn't leave it alone. That is a nat 20.
All right.
I got a 16.
so
I got
13 plus
18. We are all ready to go.
I got a 14 total.
Nice. All right. So who had the 16?
Oh, me. I had 16. Yep.
Okay. Oh, beautiful. Excellent. It's at this point you will notice that the music that you have drowned out at this point has shifted. It sounds, the strings have picked up a bit. It almost sounds a little bit like
I love this.
So the chef says at the same time, "I hate this." As soon as you say that,
This is straight up like Final Fantasy. I love it.
yeah. So for all of you watching, please put the Final Fantasy VII battle music in your heads. That's what's happening right now.
Masood loves it, but the chef hates it. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Beautiful. Donnie, you are first. Standing outside of the room, what would you like to do?
And just to be clear, I can see in the room, or is there a door between me and them?
There is a door, but it's a portcullis, so you can see through the bars.
Does it look? So the bars does it look like basically I could kick them in, or no?
No, it does not look like you can kick it in, but you might be able to lift it.
All right, let's try to lift it.
Or attack it, whatever. It can be attacked.
I can attack the portcullis.
Yeah. Sure, why not?
I fought Stranger Things in D&D. You know what? Let's attack the portcullis. And it's what do I have to?
Just a straight attack roll.
Oh boy, I did not do well. Hold on. Even with my +6, that's only an 8.
Okay.
This wasn't a fail.
What are you attacking with, Donnie?
I thought about using my sword, but I didn't want to chip it because getting it fixed is too much work, because why bother? So, in my infinite drunken wisdom, I reach out and try to punch the portcullis, and I whiff entirely and just miss it by a mile because I too was enjoying some adult beverages before our new friend stumbled into our midst. So your apathetic paladin is pitiful and drunk.
Mhm.
Excellent. So instead of hitting one of the bars outright, you actually go between the bars and kind of like you run up and it's almost like you tripped. And so now you're pressed up against the bars.
Wow.
I was about to say, please tell me your head is stuck in the bars like Gina
Oh.
and Martin, like your head is stuck in the bed.
Someone get the butter. That's the only way.
That'd be great.
Not this time.
Uh,
It's at this point that for you two inside the room, you see the umbrellas begin to turn around the statues.
mm-hmm.
And I need, let's see, Pearl, where would you have been standing?
So I stopped as soon as I started hearing the splashing, so I'd be pretty close to the entrance.
Okay, so you'd be right at the entrance, but I know for a fact that the chef did
I was right up.
investigate a door, investigate a
Right up
statue.
next. Yeah.
So I need a dexterity saving throw from you.
Oh, lovely. That's definitely not my skill.
You can do it.
We can do it. It's okay. I got a big old 75 hit points, you know? Hey, I got an 18 plus 1, 19.
Nice. So yeah, you're fine.
Okay.
You manage to move back out of the way of this umbrella as it's coming towards you, and it does not knock you down.
Ducks underneath it. The hat gets knocked off, and you see like more hair come out and he like grabs the hat, and puts it back on, and yeah.
Excellent. From there, it is it's Pearl's turn.
Okay. So I would have seen. Well, since we're in initiative, I guess I can't really.
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me retcon it a little bit, and I would like to say that it is also the reason there is water in this room is because it is raining.
Oh, so there's water coming down from the top.
Yes, there is water coming down from the sky.
Is the water rising? Is there a lot of water in there? Like
No, it looks
Okay.
like it is the equivalent of a gentle rainfall.
Okay. All right. So I see the chef get knocked back. I'm so concerned with getting out of here, so I have some rope. And let me see how many actions do I have. I essentially want to tie my rope to the portcullis and try to pull and see if I can dislodge, to open it.
Just to kind of dislodge the bars.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think I can only do one action, so I guess. Well, it depends on you. I would like to tie it and pull it.
I will let you do that as one cohesive action,
Okay.
and that would be a strength check.
All right.
Athletics. I'll let you do
All right.
athletics.
Great. -1. Let's do it.
Wow. I mean, you are Yarn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's a 5.
Nice.
Nice. So yeah, you get your yarn around the portcullis and you pull, but you are just made out of yarn. So it does not do much. You actually slip a little bit on the water, and you don't fall or anything, but the slipping is what prevents you from getting a good leverage point to pull.
Like the coefficient of friction of this water is messing me up. Oh, too bad. All
All
right.
right, will that end your turn?
Yeah. I think that would be everything I can do. I don't
Sure.
want it. Well, I guess I have movement, but no, I'm fine. I'm good.
Okay. Finn, it is your turn.
Are there any tables in this room?
No, they're just the pillars and your new compatriots and the water.
Okay. I think I'm gonna take out my dagger. I'm gonna try to throw it.
At what?
It starts with P. I think what's it called? Sorry, I
The
forgot.
pillar?
Portcullis.
Populist? Yeah.
Oh,
Portcullis.
the door.
Yeah. So we'll try to see if I could do some action with that.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so I guess I'm rolling to throw it.
Mm-hmm.
So do that. Oh my god, a 3.
We are.
That's good. We're built for combat. You know it.
Yeah, we are.
Doing great, everybody.
It's a musical.
So
Oh my god, I got a
Rin,
3.
Rin fumbles in his bag, the bag that he always has, and he pulls up his dagger. And he flings it. It just whiffs past Donnie's head and through the bars into the room where Pearl and the chef are.
I'm sorry, I'm still drunk.
Luckily, it doesn't hit
This is
us.
Donnie.
Wow.
Did you want to do a movement or any bonus actions?
I want to hide behind the pillar because I'm scared that Donnie's gonna kill me because I almost threw like dagger.
Okay, so there are no pillars on your side of the portcullis, but
Oh,
you can
okay.
you can duck behind the wall.
Okay, I'll do that. Yeah, that works out for me for now. Yeah.
Chef, it is your turn.
Okay. I would like to back up from the statues, like by a good 15 feet. Let me-
So the room is it's not small enough for you to back up 15 feet, but you can back up to be out of the range of any of the pillars.
Cool. And I move back away from the pillar, and they're kind of in the center, right?
They are if the room is again 20 foot wide by 40 foot long.
Okay.
So they are 5 feet away from each of the walls.
Okay. Perfect.
Each of the long walls.
By 40. Okay, so I could put safely a 20-foot cube right on top of them that I could be out of range of, and the yarn monster could also be out of range of.
You absolutely could do that.
I would love to, and then I would like to create food and water, or as my chef does, instigate a food fight.
Oh wow.
So you learn the spell, create food and water. It does not count against the number of spells, yada yada. When you create food and water, you may target a 20-foot cube within range. Targets when the cube must make a dexterity saving throw against your warlock spell save DC, or they take 8d6 bludgeoning damage, and it also makes the ground difficult terrain.
Perfect.
So
pillars cannot make dexterity saves.
yes.
So go ahead and roll that damage for me.
8d6. Here I come. I've got 5, and then I'll roll them again. Okay. 5, 2, 4, 6, 7, 13, plus 6, 23. 23 plus.
Ooh, that's a lot of
29.
29. Very good. So, chef, what kind of food falls on these pillars?
So I think the chef from his side wicks out a wooden spoon that he twirls with one hand, and then from the other side what would be a wooden spatula, and crosses them, and then suddenly from the corners of the room you actually see first a meatball and then a pile of spaghetti, and they just alternate from each side back and forth.
I love this.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So yes, he summons pasta, and
I'm a warlock, and that's my religion. It's meatballs.
I love it.
Yeah.
So the combined food fight that the chef summons, there's spaghetti and meatballs and farfalle and all sorts of delicious pasta that completely covers these pillars, and you can see not only do they look super damaged, but the umbrellas that have been swinging around, they're starting to slow their spin. You can tell the umbrellas, they were spinning around, and they were lifting and they were lowering because the pillars are pretty tall. So they were lifting and they were lowering, and you can see that they've started to, there's so much food that they're beginning to kind of create a little bit of like a divot where they start to spin. And you have definitely done some damage to these as well.
Awesome. And then it was my movement, that was my action. And then as a bonus action, I guess I'm just gonna I don't really have any bonus actions. I'll just like get as close to the wall as I can.
Sure. I'm going to give you another point of inspiration for that. And while generally when you play D&D, you only get 1 point, you only can hold on to 1 point of inspiration, these are going to stack. So if you have inspiration, you can go ahead and use those at will.
Ooh.
Very cool.
And if I did not give you inspiration, you have one now, because that was really creative.
Nice.
Everybody.
Sweet.
So at this point, the slow progress of the umbrellas, you begin to hear a sort of like screeching noise, as if the whatever mechanisms that these pillars are spinning on are starting to become jammed with food. I need everyone to make a performance check. You have advantage.
Ooh.
Because you hear that these pillars are screeching out what sounds like some sort of tune, but the damage to the pillars, it's a little bit easier for you to hear.
Which one are we doing again? Sorry, I just
Performance.
which one are we rolling for? Performance.
22.
Got a 14.
Oh, okay. I got a 9.
And did you roll twice?
Oh, sorry. Yeah, let me do it again.
Yeah, you have inspiration, so use it if you feel like you need to.
15.
Well, no, we have advantage, right?
Right.
You
Oh
just
yes,
use
you
it.
also do have advantage.
Yeah. Yeah.
Is a 13 good enough, or do I not roll?
I would say roll again.
Oh, that is so much better. 23.
All right, Rin, what was your final?
It was 15.
15? Okay.
Mhm.
So you all, you listen to these pillars, and you recognize this. It sounds, da, da, da,
Oh.
and you all start to hum along, and you do not suffer any damage from not being able to hear your team.
Yes.
Yo, were you gonna make us take damage for like clapping on the one? Or
Yes.
like,
Wow.
Oh my god.
like,
Okay, you.
not being on-
Okay, entirely out of character. You gonna really penalize people when you got a room full of brown folks talking about clapping on the 1 and 3.
Ooh.
He said it. It's in the module.
Mm-hmm.
It's in the module.
I didn't read the module, so I
No,
wouldn't.
he provided a better reason than the one that was in the module. All right. At the end of this round, you, the chef and Pearl take 1 point of acid damage.
Okay. And that's
because
different than poison?
It is different than poison.
Cool.
You take 1 point of acid damage from what you realize now the rain coming from the sky is not exactly rain.
Oh my god. Oh jeez.
All right, so we're back at the top. I'm going to discount this lair action because they are covered in food, and that makes it Donnie's turn.
Is Donnie still plastered to the portilic? I can't say
The Portillos? Yeah.
that. Yes.
The door. You can say door.
But I was like, no, now I'm like, did I like trip and fall into Portillo's? Is that better?
No, you're not like you're not stuck to the door. You just in your whiff, you just kind of like ended up between the bars, but you're fine.
I'm gonna try to pull it up this time because apparently hitting it didn't work. Is that just a straight strength check?
Strength or athletics? If you have.
Oh, I'm doing athletics because that's a much bigger modifier. 19.
19.
Yep.
Yeah, you will be able to do it. Donnie reaches down, bends, lifts with his back. Lifts with his back and begins to lift up the portcullis. I will say you've got it halfway up.
Oh. Am I just now stuck holding this thing up because, or can I try to get it all the way up?
Yeah, I'll let you try and get it all the way up. Make another strength check for me. Athletics.
And Brian, I know you're in the chat. Just use the emote now. I'm going to use my inspiration because I had interference from my water bottle. That is a 14.
Yes, I will say it. You have done it. With a final burst of adrenaline, you shove the gate all the way up, and it is open and available. What you also see now that you're a little bit more focused on not death and destruction, beyond the massive pile of food, there is a set of double doors.
Oh.
So on the other end of the room, there is a set of double doors.
Okay. Since I only opened up the door, flip this thing up, can I get to the door in this round or no?
You can.
Okay, I'm gonna use the rest of my action to get to the door.
Sure. All right, that would be your turn, Pearl. It's your turn.
I'm gonna. I mean, if I see Donnie running to the door, I'm running to the door as well.
Okay. So for those of you who are at the door, it's and as Donnie.
I also hate to be a jerk. It is now difficult terrain. The food fight has made it more difficult to like walk through the room now. So unless you like hug or like,
Donnie can hug around the wall.
Right. Perfect. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I'll just. I mean, if it's because like, what does that do? Does that like have your speed?
Yeah, it has your speed, but the pillars were basically the 4 points of the cube, so moving around them is possible.
Okay, yeah. So I very deftly, with my yarn like ninja motions, I'm able to divvy in and out of the meatballs.
In and out of the meatballs, beautiful. So what you see on these doors, and as Donnie runs into the room, that bright white spotlight also shines down on him and follows you all as you move. So there's like 3 spotlights in this room now, and they're all following you as you move around. You see this door has depictions of flumps that are singing and dancing, and you notice that each of the doors have like little holes poked into them. And the door is otherwise closed.
Okay. How big is the door?
It is. Each door is 10 feet, so it's a pretty big door.
Okay. I'm gonna just try to open the door. I'm gonna try to open the door that's in front of me.
Sure.
I'm just gonna like put is it like is there a knob on it or just like a door that I would just try to push?
Make an investigation check for me.
19.
19. So you can tell that these holes in the door are meant to be, they're not very large, but given the aesthetic of the room, they might be meant for something to like reach into.
Ooh, okay. So I'm going to turn to everybody and say, somebody grab an umbrella. I think we're meant to jam it in here.
With your 19, I will say you notice that the holes are too small for the umbrellas, but something with a tentacle or maybe some yarn might be able to reach into them.
Actually, hold on. I think that these are too small for the umbrellas. I actually think that my destiny has finally come into play where I can use my yarn to solve a puzzle. So I, as I'm saying this, I'm like fashioning a piece of yarn into what essentially looks like a very stereotypical, like the head of a skeleton key, so like a skull, on the front, and then the actual key part I'm like fashioning so that it's like of the same, like diameter of this of this hole. But before I put it in, I'm kind of showing it off to everybody because it looks like a prism. Actually, can I roll to see how nice this this key looks? Because I
Sure.
want it to look pretty nice. Like, I want it to,
roll charisma for aesthetic.
yeah. I want it to look awesome. Okay, that is a 19.
It looks super good. Now, Pearl, I have to ask, are you proficient with these tools?
I do not believe so. No, I am not.
Okay, then you can go ahead and make me a dexterity check.
All right. Oh, I'm rolling pretty good. 16.
16? Okay, so you take your yarn key and you begin to insert it into one of these holes. Yarn is malleable, and even though you have fashioned a skeleton key, you can tell that there are some mechanisms inside this door that are a little bit more complicated than your yarn can do, and the door does not open.
All right. So I'm just I would say I keep trying though. Like I am because I feel like this is my destiny. I feel like nothing else can fit me here but yarn. The yarn must lead the way. Like my God must have sent me some sort of mission. So I am continuing to try, even though it's not working.
All right. So that will be your turn then, trying to yarn this door open.
Yeah. I'm just like trying to like twist it and move it, like contort my body in weird ways, trying to make it work.
All right. You know what? Give me another roll with advantage. Another dexterity. So
Okay.
have this will be your advantage dexterity.
All right. Great. 7.
Okay. So
Actually, you know what? I'm gonna use my inspiration.
Do it.
I'm gonna use my inspiration. Ooh, much better. 18.
18.
Mm.
So you feel like you're getting the hang of some of the stuff that's going on inside the store, but you're still just not quite there yet.
Okay. All right.
All right, Rin, it is your turn. You are out in the hallway.
Okay. Are there any tables in this room?
No, it's still just the river.
Okay. I want to jump in the river again.
Okay.
I want to jump back into the river and have another, because we just got through this horrible battle. I feel like I need more time to relax even more. Because this is supposed to be Red's like relaxing day, so he just wants to get in the river and just like float.
It's all our days off.
We all want to float away. I want to float away for a little bit.
I approve. So yeah, you hop in the river and you begin again your lazy trek down the river.
Can I see this?
Make me a perception check.
Because after I bothered to fish you out of the water, jump right back in. You said perception?
Oh my God.
Mm-hmm.
13.
A 13?
Yes.
I will say you do hear the sound of splashing outside the room as you can't quite see because there's so much food in the middle of the room. But you do hear the sound of splashing and Rin go, wee! As he travels down the river.
Okay. Donnie is just like.
Rin is lazy rivering in Undermountain. Anything else, Rin?
I'm just enjoying the water and the breeze.
Beautiful. Next up, it is Chef. You're muted?
Oh.
I'll be honest, I'm eating almonds, and I did not want to bother you with that sound. But I would love to. I think the chef is just gonna like, kind of, almost like press themselves up like in a corner now, so the most distance that he could get from one of the pillars, and then just like raise his the spoon and cast Eldritch Blast on it.
On a pillar?
On the pillar, yeah.
Sure.
Ooh. Oh my God.
Okay. Oh, okay. I got a 24.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I do 1d10 plus 3.
10.
You should
Ah,
be doing 2d10.
a 2d10? Oh, okay. Well,
Mm.
that is. Oh, that one was a 2. And that one is a 7. So 9 plus 3, 12.
Okay, perfect. Yeah, that pillar crumbles.
Cool.
Yeah, based on the damage that you did to them all last round. That one, you hear the faint music that the singing in the rain that is coming from it. You hear it almost like a record slowing down. You hear it kind of like, and then the pillar just crumbles out.
And is there anything like in the rubble that I noticed? Can I make like a quick like investigation on?
Sure.
You know what I mean? Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I guess it's perception because I'm not up close.
Yeah. I mean, you wouldn't even have to. It's just it's made of stone. There's nothing unusual about it.
Cool.
That is
Not like a secret key would have fallen out of it to put in the hole that has yarn.
correct.
Got it. Okay. Cool.
Anything else?
Nope. That's it.
All right. I need another dex. No. I need another performance check from everybody but Rin as the song with advantage because the pillars are very badly.
16.
Okay.
20. Dirty.
Okay.
Oh, not as good for me. That is a 10.
A 10. You want to use that inspiration?
I think I already used it last
But look,
time.
another one in my pocket here.
Oh, in the pocket. I will take that from your pocket, apply it. And that was a wasted application because I got a 9 this time.
Oh no, that's okay. You will take 8 points of thunder damage as these pillars have perfect pitch and notice that you did not complete the melody and they blast you with a burst of thunderous energy.
Oh, man, getting hit.
Everybody also takes.
Oh,
How many
no,
this
ow.
time?
Everybody
Or-
except Ren.
Who's lazy tubing down the river?
Yeah,
Yeah,
who's
he's-
down there
Wow.
I'm loving it.
takes 4 points of acid damage.
Ooh.
Wait, if Donnie was over at the doors, am I still in range of this acid?
You are because it's coming from the
Yeah,
ceiling.
yeah, it's like
Dang,
yeah,
man.
it's like. So I take the 4 as well because I'm still in it too.
Mhm.
Oh my god. Okay.
All right. Back at the top, Donnie. We will do one more round and then we will take a very quick break. Donnie, what would you like to do?
Donnie's gonna open the doors.
Go for it. How would you like to open these doors?
Pulling on the handle and hoping it's not locked.
Okay. Give me a strength or athletics check.
We're going athletics because I have a much higher modifier. And I'm going to use inspiration if I have one in my pocket because
You
that
do.
was a bad roll.
I just put it there.
One in
Yay.
the chin.
Oh, Jesus, I should have kept the other one. The other one was 12.
12. No, these doors. So these doors, each of them is 10 feet across. So
Okay.
they are pretty big doors. And you, especially with all the pasta sauce that is now starting to ooze out of the
Oh my
cube that it
God.
is in, it's hard to get purchase on the ground to shove these doors open.
All right. Well, I am skidding in pasta and just pulling on doors.
I like it. Pearl.
Okay. So I've been during this whole time. I've been trying to like use my keys and stuff. But I do notice that I do notice the one pillar that went down from the chef. So I'm going to turn my attention to a pillar,
Okay.
and I'm going to try to take out another pillar.
All right.
And I'm going to. I have a wand of magic missiles.
I like it.
So I'm going to try to magic missile one of these pillars. I guess it would be the one just like whichever's closest.
Okay.
So I guess it would be maybe the I don't know which one. But
The one on we'll say the left side of the room.
yeah, left side of the room. All right, so. And my. Actually, I don't think because it's something I have. I don't think I have like.
Yeah, you don't have to roll the
modifier for it.
hit. How many
Okay, great.
charges of the wand do you want to expend? got
Just one.
Okay, so
Just
3d4 plus 3.
Yeah, because like I don't know how weak this thing is. 1, 2, 3. Oh, very good. Wow. 11.
11, that'll do it.
Yeah.
That pillar crumbles to the ground. Again, you hear the sound of that slowing of the music as the umbrella skids to a halt, and then the whole pillar just crumbles.
Sweet.
And then the
Awesome.
pasta starts to ooze into where the pillar was standing.
Oh, God. Okay, sweet.
Anything with your bonus action or any movement?
I'm gonna move. Yeah, I'm gonna move back to the door after I do that.
The door you're trying to open, or the door
Yes.
that you? Okay.
Yeah, because like I'm assuming I have to move a little bit in to get a view of the pillar. Like
No, you can see them from both sides of the room.
Okay, all right. Then like I won't move anywhere. Then I'll just stay where I am.
Then Rin, you are still dash floating down this river.
Just for a little bit longer, you know,
Okay.
just a tad bit longer, and then I'll get out because it's getting a little cold.
Okay, perfect. Chef.
I will move over to where Danny and Pearl are over on the other side, and I don't. Can I? I'll just. This door. Can I? Is it made out of stone?
It is.
Ah, you fell and activated my trap card. I have stone cunning. When you make an intelligence check related to the origin of stonework, you're considered proficient in the history skill and double your proficiency. I want to investigate the stone on this door.
Sure.
Being a hill dwarf, I'm gonna figure out the secrets.
Make me that investigation. Make me that history check.
It's a history check on the stone. It's a nat 20. I swear, I love it.
Sweet.
Yes.
Nice.
Excellent.
What secrets of the universe do I
all the
glean?
secrets of the universe. Visions of flumps float around your head and they begin to whisper to you. These doors were brought in to Undermountain by Halaster Blackcloak himself.
Okay.
They are not native to Undermountain.
Mm-hmm.
What is native to Undermountain, really? They are. You can tell that you walk up to the door and you press your hands to the door, and you can feel the inner workings of the stone beneath your hands, and there are mechanisms inside of the door that are meant to be released by, again, something like a tentacle, like a flump tentacle or a yarn tentacle or something like that. The door is also able to be opened normally, but it's a really heavy door.
Okay. I relay what I know to the other folks, and then with my action, I will just cast. I'm gonna cast Tenzor's floating disc above us, and it's just a circular horizontal plane of force that is 3 feet in diameter and 1 foot thick. It's basically just it can hold up to 500 pounds. I just wanted to protect us from the acid rain that's falling on us.
How wide is it again?
3 feet wide, so it's a yard in diameter.
Just 3?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, cool.
So right above the door might do it. Yeah. So 3 feet in diameter. Yeah.
I will say if you all are squishing really, really closely, which I assume you do once you see it, you will be sheltered from the acid this turn.
Oh.
I will let it happen.
To be fair, I could stand underneath Donnie, in between Donnie's legs, and occupy the same space because of our height difference.
This is true.
Is what, you're 7'3"?
6'3"
6'3".
or 6'2".
Same thing.
It's like I'm like 2'6", so it's all the same.
Sure.
All right. So that is after Chef. That is the bottom of the round. So we are going to take a brief break, and when we come back, we will continue the saga of this adventuring group and their attempts to open a door.
All right.
Wow, we're really undercutting it.
All right. Thank you, everybody who's been.
Hi, everybody. We are coming back. Hopefully, you got water, food, meds, a snack. You stretched if you needed it. And we are back with shenanigans. If XSplit cooperates. Yay, it did!
Yay!
Yeah.
Look,
Go XSplit.
some days I don't know. Hello.
All right.
We're
Hello. Welcome back. When we last left off, our intrepid band of adventurers was standing in front of an open door, in front of a closed door. Our dwarven chef listening to the sounds of the stone, feeling the crumbling of ages, and all sorts of history and everything that this door entails. And as we lift the curtain on our adventures, the door is open.
I did it.
We did it!
Oh, I did it. I did it.
Let's just go through the door. We just gotta
Wait,
go through the door.
And Rin is here.
Son
The
of a
door is
bitch.
open. Nope, door is open and Rin is here.
Yeah, look.
Hi.
Perfect.
I'm over
Perfect.
here. He's like goodness.
Excellent. I love it.
Uh-huh.
So yes, you don't understand how, and from far away, from approximately 30 feet away, you hear that voice in the back of your head. There is a purpose for everything, and sometimes that purpose is not understood. But in the grand scheme of things, life goes on. As Ren walks out of the river, and to all of you.
Hey.
All
So
right.
cold.
So the door is open, and an empty room before you. The room is approximately 40 feet by 50 feet. And as you step into it, because there's still acid falling from the sky of the previous room, as you step into it, you can see that the floor tiles are all decorated with pictures of flumps. They are all in, various states of regality. They all look important.
Okay.
And on the right-hand side of the room, tucked into alcoves, are 3 statues of flumps.
Okay.
Are they... oh, go ahead.
Are there any pillars in this room?
There are no pillars in this room.
Well,
I will ask again if there's a table in this room.
There is no. As soon as you say that, a bright beam of light descends from the ceiling, and right in the middle of this room, a table, perfectly round, rin-sized, rin-sized, and you hear, Rin, only you hear what sounds like a chorus of angels in your ears.
I just want to hug the table and just get on top of it. Red just wants to go towards that table, lay on it, and just like curl up in a ball for a little bit and just enjoy the solace of peace for a little bit, because this table has felt really great. And Red is still a little drunk from what's been happening, so him and this table are becoming one at this point.
Okay,
That's
perfect.
right.
You do. You climb onto this table, and for it to be made of wood, this table is ridiculously comfortable. Like you don't understand how comfortable this table could be so comfortable, but the light that shines down on it dims a little bit, and that angelic music, it's softened a little bit, but you hear it, and it's very calming to you and your soul specifically. What are the rest of you doing?
Donnie goes over and shoves Rin off this table.
Hey, I was having a moment with this table.
Have a moment later. We're under a mountain. There's flumps and spaghetti. This is not the time for a nap.
I'm tired. Okay,
You're
I'm
tired? You're tired?
Yeah, I have been under the influence for over 26 minutes. It feels like So
I
I want to sit down,
I
please.
I would just say just to let him lay down. I mean, we don't know him. We could just leave him if he wants to lay down so much.
I just need a quick cat nap.
Great, go ahead.
Okay, I will just like here. And he just like
Yeah, I mean, Pearl doesn't know this guy. He's just like whatever. Like I don't have. You just lay down if you want.
All right. So, what you all see, the statues on the right-hand wall look way more muscular than any flump has the right to be.
They stacked.
But yes, they are stacked flumps. Do any of you speak Undercommon?
Check.
Pretty sure I don't.
I believe it's just common and dwarvish.
I do not speak Undercommon.
Yeah.
So you can see that the statues are standing on what looks like nameplates. There is something scribbled across the stands of these statues, but you do not understand what they say.
Okay. And there's 3 of them.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna roll investigation. I want to see if there's anything else in the room that there are 3 of.
Okay, go ahead and make that
Like
investigation.
any other, or like anything that would, I guess, cause me to get a hint as to things that are in triplicate.
Sure.
And that will not do anything. That was a 4.
Okay. Even with a 4, like just looking around the room, there's nothing else that suggests that 3 is a number of significance in the room. The tiles on the floor are all of a different flump, and each tile also has like a symbol or a picture that suggests that this flump might have been good at something.
Mm-hmm.
Like you see a flump that is, next to a symbol of a book, or another flump that appears to be next to a symbol of a very, very fat cow.
Mm.
And the flump statues themselves are, again, way more muscular than they have any right to be. But one of them appears to be holding up 2 of his tentacles like fists. One of them is wearing is holding what looks like a wooden spoon, and one of them appears to be holding some sort of pitchfork.
The chef walks up to the one holding the wooden spoon and investigates it, just to try to get a closer look at it.
Sure.
Yeah.
Make an investigation check.
Cool. I got a 16.
A 16? Awesome. So you, again, cannot read what the statue's nameplate is, but as you approach the statue, you see appearing on the floor in front of the statue a plate of what looks like steamed shellfish.
Instantly inspecting it, lifting up. See, where's the shellfish come from? What's the ingredients did they use? I like dip a pinky into it and like sniff it.
It smells terrible.
Okay. Okay, this is not fresh fish. Nobody eat this. And I set it down.
Okay.
And then, unless they don't want you to eat it, and then I take a spoonful.
Okay, cool. So you eat it. You take a spoonful, and it doesn't taste that bad, actually. And you continue to eat, and the memory of the shellfish is so good, and it's almost like it imprints itself on your mind.
Okay.
You know now how to cook this steamed shellfish.
Oh,
Wow.
You also are now under the benefits of a hero's feast.
Very cool.
So I do believe if you want to roll 2d10 for me and add that to your hit point maximum.
Very good. The 3 and an 8, 11. Okay, awesome.
All right, so your hit point maximum has increased by 11.
Very cool.
Wow.
You are immune to fear,
Oh my
poison, and you have advantage on wisdom saving throws. I think those are all the benefits of a hero's feast.
God. Wow.
Cool. Nice. Do I? Is it so good that I finish? You know what? I think I eat all of it. I think it's so delicious. I consume all of it, and then I. Oh, see, sorry. The chef did not leave any for the rest of you, but no worries. They can be made again. I know now. They knows.
So you all just watched the chef pick up a mysterious plate of shellfish and eat it.
Okay. I look at him and say, "How does it taste?"
Oh, it's truly better than I thought. The shellfish had a rich paprika smoked aroma that really added a je ne sais quoi that really just livened it up. Don't worry, I can make it again for you when we get back to the cafe.
Well, you seem like there's some pep in your step. So, is there any more?
No, the finish. But hey, maybe you find a gift in your statue.
All right. I'm gonna go to the statue with the book. And
So the only statues that there's no statue with a book. It's just the statue of the flump holding up fists, the flump that he got the food from, and the also pitchfork.
Okay. All right. Oh well, fist and pitchfork don't sound fun. I'm gonna go up to the fist one.
The fifth one.
And as I go up to the fifth one, I'm gonna try to imitate the same, I guess, look of holding up fists as the. Because I'm thinking I might have to fight something.
As you approach the fisticuffed flump, you are knocked back as an invisible force punches you in the face. You fall prone and take 3 points of bludgeoning damage, but you also nice. So you take what did I say? 3 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, 3 points.
But you also, as soon as you are punched, you feel the pain in your face diminish almost immediately, as well as the acid burns that you suffered in the other room. You heal for 14.
Ooh, okay, that helps a lot. All right, so as I'm, I guess I'm prone on the ground. I'm like, everyone, go over there and get punched.
Have to go? We have to do it.
Sesame, get punched.
What?
Okay, I'm for it. Ren starts running because he's wants to get punched.
Sure. Yeah. As soon as you stand in front of the statue, you recoil almost immediately.
It's like you running and something clotheslining you out of nothing.
That's exactly what it looks like. So you are punched for 4, and you heal for 13.
Oh my god.
Man, Ren's summer vacation is not going the way he planned.
Oh, we're getting punched. All around.
I will say also that given the fact that 2 people have stepped in front of a statue and received benefits, you gather that may work for multiple statues.
Donnie is not going to take that chance because it's like benefit black eye, benefit black eye, and then he decided he doesn't care that much.
take inspiration for your apathy.
Thank you.
Don't model that in real life, folks.
I mean, lately it's.
I'm gonna go check out the pitchfork then, because we know what these two do, but we don't know what the pitchfork does. So yeah.
So you stand in front of the pitchfork statue, and you feel a very sharp pain in your back, almost as if you were stabbed by a pitchfork. You only take 9 points of damage, however.
Oh, cool.
I'm sorry, 13 points of force damage.
Got you. And nothing else happens?
Nope.
Oh, great.
You just get stabbed.
Cool. I like that I got 11 maximum and nothing. All right. So then after I get stabbed by the pitchfork, I'll walk over and then get punched by the other statue.
This is comedy, folks. So you are punched for 5, and then you heal for. Oh, that's nice. You heal for 17.
17. Okay, cool. So total plus 12.
Yes. All right.
Cool.
That was wonderful. Everyone take inspiration.
So I've got 2.
For humoring me with these statues.
That was very great.
After your sojourns into investigating these statues, there is nothing else of value in the room that you can tell.
Are the doors? There are doors on the other side of the room?
No, the only doors in this room are the ones you came in.
Okay.
And there's nothing else of value? There's got to be something. Can I try to... would I be able to surmise if these statues are movable? Like, are they huge, or are they like ones that I could move?
They're pretty big.
Okay, all right, so wouldn't be able to move them. And there's nothing else in here. There's no acid in here. It's only in the other room. There's no other doors. I guess we just leave. That sucks, but
If that's what you would like to do.
yeah, I feel like there's something else in here. I'm gonna do another investigation, but now I'm gonna look up
Sure.
at the roof, at the ceiling, see if
Absolutely,
I can
you can do that.
see anything. Okay, that is 17.
17. Aside from the statues and the pretty tiles on the floor, there's nothing on the ceiling. This house is clear.
All right. So I'm gonna shout out, omniscient narrator. Have we passed your test?
The narrator replies to you. The narrator's job is only to narrate the story. Any tests and challenges come from the hearts and souls of the heroes themselves.
Yes. The hero's journey. Okay. Let's move. All right. I look at the chef starts looking at having been now punched and stabbed, and after eating a good meal, I wish it had been the other order. He feels.
Mm-hmm.
He looks at the tile work, and can I make an Arcana check on it?
On what?
On the tile, if there's anything magical or can I detect magic?
You can make it. I'll let you make the Arcana check.
Cool. Okay, 18 plus 2. Okay, dirty 20.
Dirty 20. No, aside from you get with a 20 especially, you get that magical kind of aura feel from the statues, which you kind of already knew, but from nothing else in the room.
Okay. I guess we make the way back. There's the other passage near the river we never go to.
Jill, would you all like to make your way to the other
Yeah.
passageway?
Yep.
All right. Moving through this room and through the acid singing in the rain killer room, which you notice a lot of the pasta has begun to melt due to the
God.
acid. You're also able to
Ugh.
cross this room without taking any of that acid damage.
Ugh.
You make your way across the bridge and down a 30-foot or so hallway to what looks like a lecture hall.
Hmm.
In this room, you see a ceiling that looks to be about 40 feet high, and it looks very much like a lecture hall. So when you walk into this room, there is there's the main area, and then there is one tier that is 15 foot high, and then you see another tier that is 15 foot higher than that. There is what are your passive perceptions?
Passive. Where are you?
Mine is 15.
Okay.
It's like right below the skills on the first page on the lower
Got
left.
it. My passive. All of my passives are 12.
Okay.
My passive perception is also 12.
Okay. So as you enter into this hall area, you can see as you stand in it, you can see the river kind of winding outside of another passageway. There's another entrance that is mostly blocked by the river. There are red cups everywhere and what look like alcoholic bottles. Papers and torn up books. What would you like to do? And there is a stairway that leads into what looks like another room beyond.
Are there any books that are not torn up? Like books that are,
Yes.
Okay, I want to pick up one of the books.
Sure. You pick it up and it has what looks like complicated mathematical problems in it.
Oh man, I'm not Shaka though. And like this dude is definitely not mathematically inclined. All right, so I'm gonna look at it and like I'm gonna say, it just looks like the scribbles of a child, and just put it back down.
Wow. The other stairs, are they something we just see in looking around the room?
Say again.
The other stairs you mentioned, would that be something we'd see, or do we need to investigate for it?
No, you can see it. It's like as you walk into this portion of the room is the room that you're in is the flattest area.
Okay.
The stairs lead up to the first 15-foot tier.
Okay.
And the part of the room that you're in is roughly about 30 by 40 or 50, depending on where you are in the room.
Okay.
I would love to investigate to see if there are any recipe books within this
Sure.
library.
Absolutely.
Got a 4 + 2, 6.
No, not that you can you pick up a couple of books and you see again more complicated math books.
Huh.
You pick up one book and it's like the history and biology of flumps, and there's another book that is like flump archaeology pre-DR, or it looks like a bunch of college textbooks.
Okay. There's nothing Z need fear. Okay. I think I tossed the book that I was looking at and just started walking up the stairs.
Sure.
Yeah.
What you can see as you go up the stairs, again, a lot of the same red, flimsy red cups, more alcoholic bottles. Some of them with content still in them.
Mm-hmm.
it's just kind of like a mess. It looks like a messy lecture hall on the last day of school.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. So there's books. There's I'm gonna try to pick up. Well, I want to see if there's any like. So you said that there's some books that are together and some books that are like torn up, right?
It just looks like it's a mess. Like it doesn't look like they were like torn apart in any sort of like struggle.
Okay, all right, because like
It looks like someone was not careful with their books.
That's what I was gonna ask. Yeah, I mean, I don't think there's anything in here, so like I'm just gonna be like, let's just proceed. This is just random things.
Okay. As you are you all moving up the tiers?
Yeah, I wait for everybody.
Yes.
Yeah.
I definitely am, and I'm not waiting for everyone else.
Okay.
All right. So as you make your way to the top tier, who had the passive perception of 13 or 15?
Mine was a 15.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you two, Chef and Pearl, you can hear sounds of movement coming from as you make your way to the topmost tier. One, you see two statues of they're floating copper statues of flumps. They're pretty big, about a little bit bigger than a horse. One of them is smiling and resting what looks to be a comforting tentacle on the smaller of the statues. And the smaller statue has a very sad look on its face. What you also hear are the sounds of movement coming from a room that can be accessed by a door to the far right of this room.
All right. I want to head to that door.
Okay.
Yeah. I don't want to like. I might have needed a tentacle for the other door. Actually, you know what? Yeah. Can I reach the tentacle from the statue, or is it like floating in the middle of this thing? I can't really reach it.
So the door is to the very, very far right of the room. The room is almost L-shaped. But what I need from you first, Pearl, as the first person to make your way to this top tier, I need a wisdom saving throw.
All right. Do I believe I get? Well, it depends on what you're trying to do. I get advantage on if I'm being charmed. I don't think I'm being charmed.
You have advantage.
Okay, sweet. All right. So that would be a 15.
15? Perfect. As you enter this top tier area, you get a really good look, like as you're walking by the statues, and you see this sad look on this smaller flump's face. And as you look at it, it's not so much sad. It's more like this flump doesn't know what it's doing in life. And you are almost overcome with that same sense of like not non-direction and what even is my purpose in life. And just before your mouth begins to open in song, you shove it down.
Okay.
And you remember your purpose. And you remember your purpose, and you make your way towards that door.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. So once again, I just kind of walk toward the door. I don't kind of update people on what's going on or what I just felt.
Wow.
Perfect.
I just head to the door.
All right. Before we get to that, the rest of you, what are you doing?
Just following.
I want to follow Pearl because I want to see where we're going.
I'm following the yarn.
All right.
Reluctantly.
So, yes, then all of you make me wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
Dagnabbit.
If you are resistant to charm effects, you have advantage. And don't forget you have inspiration.
Ooh, I'm taking that advantage because that was a bad roll.
I got a 5.
What are we rolling on again? I'm
I got a
sorry.
24. I'm good.
A wisdom saving throw against charm. So, Rain, you would have
Oh, oops,
advantage
I
just
think
now.
I hit the wrong one. Sorry. Oops.
Yeah, you should roll again.
Oh, I got a 22.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, I had to actually hit that.
Wisdom.
I was like,
I have a 21.
Okay.
Ooh, look at
And
Joe.
Chef?
Oh, I got 19 plus
Okay.
5. Yeah.
Perfect. You all have that same feeling as you walk past these statues. It is very clear that these flump statues are more along the lines of counselor and student, where the student is just about to graduate. They have no idea why they got the degree that they did, and they're questioning everything that they've done in the 4 years up to now. But you all, as you begin, you feel that sense of non-direction, that song questioning why, your why song so close to exploding from your mouth, but you resist and steadily make your way towards that door. Pearl, how are you opening the door?
Is this similar to the other door? Like kind of like a big door with these little holes sort of on them, or is it different?
No, this is a normal sized door.
Okay. Is there a pull or push? Is like a knob on it? Anything?
There is a handle.
All right, I'm just gonna try to just pull the handle, just normal.
Sure. So in you open this door, and in this you open the door to a 20-foot corridor that extends into a room that is 20 feet by 60 feet. And you hear the sounds of running footsteps and several voices going, "Get back here!"
Okay. Do only I hear that?
You all can hear it when you open the door, but since you are the one that opened the door, you are the only one that sees inside the room.
Okay. But like I don't see anything. I just hear that. I don't see what's making those voices.
Once you open the door, you do see almost Benny Hill style going past the corridor. Several goblins chasing what looks like a flump. And they all have what looks like nets in their hands, and very comically just chasing this flump that is lazily, well, not quite lazily, but like floating around the room trying to not be caught.
All right, so I am going to start chasing the goblins.
Okay.
Because I remember that we're looking for unlicensed contracting goblins.
Okay.
So this is the first goblin I've seen in 2 hours. So I'm just going to make a good assumption, and I'm going to, just go into a motion to try to catch up with the goblins so I can interrogate them mid-run.
Beautiful. What are the rest of you doing?
I think just following, at least for the chef, following into the room.
Okay.
Definitely going in the room, but ready to pull a weapon because Donna heard that and it's like, all right, clearly I've either had too much to drink and someone beat me over the head, or this is just what happens when you pledge allegiance to the alcohol, and I can blame it all on the alcohol.
There you go. I'm gonna go into the room as well too. Yeah.
Excellent. So all of you enter the room. As you all enter, you do hear the sound of a saxophone in the background. The lights dim red, and the room seems to speed up a little bit. Before we, so I'm going to have you all roll initiative, but one of the key features that you see in this room, not only are these goblins chasing a flump, you also see that the goblins have already captured 6 or 7 flumps that are stacked in cages along the far right wall. What you also see is that there are almost like perches for the flumps to kind of like sit on and move around the room in, almost like the kind of like the perfect cat room, you know?
Mm-hmm.
And as you all enter, the goblins are making their round towards the door. And as they see you, they say, get those adventurers. And now I need initiative.
Dag nabbit.
And an 18.
Who's
Oh, I
that?
got a 20.
Nat 20 or dirty 20?
Nat.
Doesn't matter.
I got an 8.
An 8. Okay. That'd be 18.
The chef.
Thank you. Yeah.
And in a reversal of fortune, I have a 2.
No. All right. So what you see as you are in this room, the amount of things in this room, there are 4 smaller goblins who are wearing like work belts and helmets and standard construction contractor style gear. One who appears to be a bit bigger than the rest of them, and the Flump, who upon seeing you all enter, floats a little higher to get out of the range of the goblins' nets. As I finish writing initiative. Perfect. All right, top of the round is Rin.
All right. Let's see. And we have 4. It's 4.
Or what? I think you froze.
Yeah, thank you first.
Oh, Brandon
right.
froze. Okay.
Everything's...
Oh, no, he's back.
Yeah, you're back. It's okay.
Hello?
We have 4.
Oh, yeah,
4 what?
okay. RCN.
Actually,
4 4 enemies are fighting, right?
There are a total of 5 enemies in the room.
Okay. So I was gonna try to do. I think where did it go? I'm gonna do Wall of Fire.
Oh,
Is that what I'm
okay.
gonna do? Let me see. Okay, we're gonna go with Wall of Fire. You create a Wall of Fire with a solid surface within range. You can make up the wall up to 60 feet long, 20 feet high, 1 foot thick, ringed up to 20 feet in diameter. When the wall appears, each creature within its area will need to make a Dex saving throw. On the failed throw, creature takes 5d8 fire damage.
All right. So I will say for you all, the room again is 60 foot long, 20 foot wide. And the goblins were just rounding the corner, the corner. So you would be able to get all of them with your wall.
Mm.
All right. I guess we're gonna cast it. Let me see. Oh, I sorry, I haven't thrown like all the dice before on the virtual thing on D2B. So I was like, oh, they're nice. Okay, so it was, let's see, 18.
Okay, so 18 damage total.
Yeah.
All right, and then what is your save DC?
Say it one more time. Sorry.
Your save DC. I'm sorry.
DC. Where am I finding it? I can't find it right now. Let me see. It was it 5? Wait, DC?
Yeah, your spell save DC.
So it might be on your spell sheet.
Yeah, it would be on. It would be like the last page, like the spell sheet, and like the 4th column, I believe, from the left.
Rin is using his character sheet, so.
Oh yeah.
Oh, my bad. Right.
I haven't looked at it. Where is it at? I don't see it.
Okay. I will find it.
Why don't I see
I
it?
can calculate.
Okay, if you could find it, let me know so I know. Yeah.
I'm just rolling saves for what I think is going to happen.
It's 8 plus your proficiency bonus plus your spellcasting modifier, according to the internet.
I got it.
According to the webs.
Okay.
Thank you, D&D Beyond.
Okay.
Your spell save DC is a number.
8 plus your spellcasting modifier. As like a wizard.
Why are you taking so long? Meanwhile, all the goblins are like, they're being burned by the fire regardless. So they're just like hot feet, hot feet, hot feet. Come on, D&D Beyond. Behave.
It's
Love
because you need it.
Right?
Uh,
There we go. Your spell save DC is 14. Okay. So yes, as I expected, that was 3 failures.
oh,
So-
no, I see it. I was looking right at it too. I was like,
Oh my God.
I don't know why. I see it now. I literally was looking at those numbers like, is that it? Sorry. Looking right
It's
at it.
Wow.
okay. It's okay.
First I had to
Everything's
do
fine.
that. Okay, all right, we're good.
All right. So yes, you see 2 of the larger goblin and one of the subcontractors dive out of the way of the wall, but the other 3 are trapped in the wall of fire. Very nice job.
Yeah.
The larger goblin is going to run up to you with a very large hammer.
Oh my god.
And he's going to attack you a number of times.
God, ouch.
LaTia,
Yes,
is it a hammer time?
it is hammer time. Yes, as this he does the shuffle over to Rin.
I mean, this is a musical episode.
It's a musical,
yes. He has like those parachute pants on.
Yes,
Oh my
as,
God.
as he dives out of the fire, he actually does say, "You can't touch this," and then he parachute shuffles
Oh my
over to
god.
I
Rin.
can't stand you, just so you know.
You did it.
Look, I
That's
didn't. I know. This is a hell of my own making.
That
We are
was great.
we are in Avernus.
So he's gonna make 3 attacks on you. That 2 of them will hit. Because he is too legit to quit. And you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage total from those hits. That is going to be his turn. Next is the chef.
Lovely. Okay. I see. So there's a bunch of goblins who are standing in a wall of fire, right?
Mm-hmm.
And there's one person who jumped through. I would love to use Bork. At the beginning of first level, your patron grants you the ability to understand any spell. I could have understood songs. Never mind. As a bonus action, you can speak a sentence in the chef's native tongue, triggering confusion among your enemies. Choose a number of creatures up to your charisma modifier, and they must succeed on an intelligence saving throw or they're stunned. So I want to stun all the goblins that I can that are in the fire, so they stay on the fire. And my charisma modifier is +3, so I guess I target 3 of them.
Yeah, there are 3 of them in the fire.
Perfect. 3 in the fire. And then, they just have to make a intelligence save against my spell save, which is 15.
2 fail.
Yes. Okay, cool. So 2 of them are now stunned. And then, and I guess the chef, what it looks like, just like runs up and goes, "For guten Frakanten!" And like, for in some ways, like the mustaches raise on his mustache hairs raise up as the like now the wooden instruments twirl, and yeah, and then I stun them with my bonus action.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
So yes, your mustachios, they flip up and flail as you say your forbidden chef tongue, and two of the goblins are like, they're still like hot feet, but now they're like, what? Whereas the other one is like, fagaba to you. You think he might understand you.
Perfect.
Go ahead.
And then I'm going to just like kind of stay back against the room and kind of, is there a table that I can like, are there any tables in this room?
Are there any tables
I will ask this question now.
There are not any tables in this room.
Okay, cool. Then I'll just kind of like duck back into the corner, away from, putting as much distance as I can between folks.
All right, perfect. After you are the subcontractors who are stunned. Two of them are stunned and cannot do anything. So I need you to roll me 5d8, Rin, for the two that are stunned.
Okay. Oh wait, hold on. I forgot you can add them up, so you don't have to do it. 1, 2, 3, 4. You said 5, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Ooh, that sound. 23.
23. Wow.
That sound is so interesting. This is like, it sounds like a table.
Ouch. So the two that are stunned are, they cannot move, they cannot do anything. So you see as they begin to take more fire damage as they remain inside the wall. The two that are able to move, however, one will cross over to, actually one of them they'll both make their way out of the fire, and they will fire at you, one at you, Rin, and one at you, Chef.
Mm-hmm.
You see that they're firing with what looks to be very crude looking nail guns.
Oh my god. Wow.
I bet they beat a 12. I'm very happy.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's a hit on you and a miss on you, Rin.
Yay.
You take Chef 5 points of piercing damage.
Cool.
And that is their turn. These two are no longer stunned. And then it is Pearl's turn.
Okay, so Pearl, so the guy that you said looks like the leader, he is outside of the firewall, correct?
Yes, he is actually right up on Rin.
Yes, he is MC Hammer. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cast Puppet on a String. So I'm gonna pluck a piece of yarn from myself.
Okay.
And I need Hammer to roll a charisma saving throw.
All right.
It has to beat a 15. Or a 15 or higher.
It does not. I rolled a 2.
Okay. All right. So that means that I can move you 5 feet in any direction of my choice.
Okay.
So is he currently 5 feet from the firewall?
I will say he is. Let me check the map. I have a map.
Okay.
Being where y'all were. Yes, he is. That's mean.
Okay, so like if I move him toward damaging terrain, you actually get advantage on the saving throw, so you can roll again on the. Okay, so I'm moving you toward the firewall, but like not like into it. I'm moving him right in front of it because I'm trying to like terrify. I'm trying to like, because like I don't remember the person that sent us to them saying to like kill these goblins. So I want
Okay.
to I want to move them right next to it as like
Okay.
a bit of a scare tactic.
I like it. I like it. This is perfect. Rin, roll me another 5d8 fire damage.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that sound! I love it. It's 21.
21. Nice. All right. So he is looking pretty toasty. And it is so at this point you see coming down from the ceiling is that flump that they were chasing, and you see this flump float down and smack at the big goblin with its tendrils, and I'm gonna roll for that. Really cocked. Oh, rolled very well. That's a 22, and that absolutely hits. So that's it's only 1 point of damage, but with the flump being done, Constitution save, he makes it, so he does not take any acid damage. But you see this flump give this goblin a really good smack across the face, and float back up.
Wow, smack and move.
Right? No, he does not hit the flump. Not at all. All right. Last but not least, Donnie.
Who is left to fight at this point?
All of the enemies are still there. Some of them are just really, really burnt.
All right. Donnie is gonna just take on whoever is closest because he is not happy that his drinking has been interrupted for this foolishness. So he is going to attack whoever's closest. And I forgot last time we had combat, I actually get 2 attacks. So I'm doing 2 attacks with my longsword. That is a 25 and a 13.
Yes, they both hit.
All right. So, haha. Dice don't fail me. So that is a 9 and 7. So 16 damage total.
16, nice. All right, yeah. The big guy is starting to look a little hurt. Anything else with your turn?
No, not unless there's anyone else in my vicinity that I can either assist or get over to, because I only have 2 attacks. I don't have any bonus actions.
Okay. That will be the end of the turn then. Rin, it is your turn.
Okay. You see, I was hoping to do. Wait, yeah. Which enemy is still alive? I forget.
They're all still alive.
They're all still alive.
Yeah, the big guy is looking pretty hurt. Some of the smaller ones are looking pretty hurt.
Okay, so I would like to cast. Maybe not that one. That one doesn't sound very fun. I'm gonna do, I think, lightning bolt, and the enemies will have to do a dex saving throw of 14. So let me see. So I guess who's the closest to me? Because I can only do this one person. I think
the closest person to you is the big goblin, but the way that they have been moving, I will say you can get 2 of the other ones because lines.
Okay. Okay. Let's go for that. Okay. All right. So we're gonna the dex saving throw. So we're gonna do that. Oh my god, it sounds so good. Let's see. 30. I love that sound on here. Like
It's
nice.
The
people who did this for D&D Beyond. Thank you so much for that sound of the dice. Just sounds really good.
So that's a 30 total.
Yeah.
Okay. So our big guy made it. So he takes 15 for that much because I can do math. Give this guy to fail. He is gone now. You have incinerated a goblin.
Yay!
And all right. So yes, your lightning bolt bursts out from you and gets the big guy gets MC Hammer, who's trying to attack you, and two of the people behind him. And there's a big old shriek as the one is incinerated. Anything else?
Oh, for me?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I think I think I burned a lot of things to a crisp today, so I think I'm a little, tired.
A little tired.
Red's a little tired. Was the time a little see? He's still a little drunk.
Is there a table in this room?
All right, exactly.
Wow.
I asked, there are none. I tried.
I mean, the last time one just appeared, though.
That's
so
true.
maybe...
Yeah, maybe it was Bryn asks.
True. The narrator says that in times of strenuous combat, tables are usually not the best things to appear in the midst of the group. The big guy, MC Hammer, at this point, he throws down his hammer and he says, "What do you guys want?"
We just need for you to come with us.
Why?
Because I've heard that you've been doing some unlicensed work, and we need to bring you to justice.
I'm only doing it on Gazebo's orders.
Well, Gazebo or not, you're coming with us.
If I come with you, will you let me live?
Of course. Can I roll deception?
You may.
Wow.
All right. That is a 21.
Wow.
He seems completely convinced. And he says, "Well, what about my crew? I mean, minus Gerald. You incinerated Gerald."
Well, you don't seem to care much for Gerald if that's your response. So they can come too.
All right. That's.
But I think that you also need to free these poor little frumps as well.
But if Gazebo, we need the flumps for the Flumfapalooza. Gazebo's gonna be so mad.
Well, either have Gazebo mad or have our little elf here incinerate more of your friends.
When you put things into perspective that way, it actually makes a lot of sense. Yeah.
All right. I want to fashion some handcuffs out of yarn.
Okay.
And I want to proceed to. I want to cuff him. I want to cuff this guy.
You want to cuff MC Hammer?
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. No. You can do it with your mastery of yarn and knowing what handcuffs look like. Yeah. I mean, it's really you're just playing yarn around these guys.
Yeah. No. They look like handcuffs.
They look like
actual modern handcuffs.
Okay.
even though I would have no idea what that is. That's what I would think it would be.
That's okay. It looks exactly like modern day handcuffs.
It's made out of yarn, so it's actually pretty cute.
It's like cute, adorable handcuffs.
Yes. Roll for aesthetic. Charisma.
Sure. That is a 14.
Yeah, they look pretty good.
Yeah.
I mean, you managed to use really silvery yarn, so they actually even look a little bit metallic. They look really good.
All right.
So you cuff these goblins. Rin, I assume you let your wall of fire fall.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. You cuff the goblins and free these flumps, and they all float around you. And thank you so much. one of them gives you a hug, even. And you feel its little tendrils like wrap around you. And it's like, oh, thank you so much. We didn't want to be a part of the Flumpapalooza. We don't even know what a Flumpapalooza is.
You're welcome.
No one knows what the Vumpzipalooza is.
But we just, they. This is clearly a child Flump who's very overwhelmed. The rest of the Flumps just kind of like crowd around this one Flump and they just like carry it off, and they thank you. You are able to chat. Says first rule of Flumpapalooza is don't talk about Flumpapalooza.
Exactly.
You are able to make your way out of this room. You see as you leave this room, leaving back out the way you came, there is another way to the another way that you haven't gone that goes to the left, going this way now.
Do we want to go head back, or does he look down? Was this way?
Well, I think we should go back. I need to get my license.
Yeah, I want to go back home. I got to get back to my friends. I've been with you all too long.
Wait, you have friends? I find that very hard to believe.
What is that supposed to mean? I made friends with you all, didn't I?
Define friends.
Wow.
I've known you for a few hours, and
Most of that was spent you lazy tubing down the river
Yeah,
and then
exactly.
sleeping on our table. So yeah,
It was my day off.
yeah, it's all our days off.
So I care about me.
Yes, you are. No, go ahead.
I was gonna say if no one else wants to go down the passage, yeah, I'd say maybe we just try to walk back the way we came.
Sure.
Yes.
You are absolutely able to do that.
Yeah, because Donnie feels like there's some beer calling his name.
Perfect. You all make your way down this tiered classroom, out of the hallway. You make your way out onto the river, and it seems almost like as you walk down this river, there's a door, and upon opening that door, you find yourself back in the Yawning Portal. Because what even is staging these days? It's almost like you kind of stepped out of like the wardrobe out of Narnia.
Yeah.
But waiting for you in the Yawning Portal is Durnan and Karu, who, as he sees you all come out of a door and not the Undermountain portal, carrying 4 goblins in tow. He looks them over and he says, "None of these is Gazebo."
Well, they work for Gazebo, so they can help you find Gazebo.
Make a persuasion check.
Yeah. Very good. 20.
20. All right.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. All right. Karu looks at you and he looks at the charred and wounded goblins that you have brought out of Undermountain, and he says, "Well, this is more of a lead than my people have gotten in weeks. So we'll call it square for now. But if I need you again, will you help me out? I mean, I'll get you your license and everything. You can even go down there and inspect building codes and tell people to close up shop."
I'm in.
Excellent. Durnan, Karu turns to Durnan. "Another round of your dark way down Hades town stout for everybody." And he pours, so everybody gets around. Karu escorts these goblins out. And with the promise of work for another day, you all clink your glasses together and enjoy this 7.5 alcohol by volume stout and probably get smashed at like 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
Sweet.
And that is Undermountain the musical.
Yeah, sweet. Yeah, Amaze Happy Hour somewhere.
Yes.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yes,
Cool.
that is Undermountain, the musical. Thank you all for coming on this journey with us. Do we want to do character questions with our last 5 minutes?
I mean, these are all, I don't know, or do we want to shout out what we're doing?
I think I mean, so right now we're at 1735 of our $2,000 new goal. So I think it would be cool if you have not donated in the chat yet, or if you have donated, just share it out, tweet it out, share out the link, and let's see if we can hit 2,000. Before the end of the stream.
Yeah, all right.
Yeah.
Let's open it up to questions for Rin, at least.
Yes.
Oh my God.
So if you have any questions for Rin or any of the NPCs that were in the module today, usually what we will do is open up questions for NPCs, for characters, not for the people. Feel free to ask those because we've got about 7 minutes left. I had so much fun running this. While we're waiting for questions, I will stop my background for a second to kind of plug the module because that's a fun thing. I can remember exactly, how Zoom works.
And can I share a little bit of happy news?
Yeah, go for it.
Yeah.
Not related to this fundraiser, but the team, Sleece's Shields, just broke 300,000 raised for Bail Project.
Wow.
Heck yeah.
That's amazing.
Yeah, everyone is texting me, so that's why I was like, oh God, why is my phone buzzing?
I did see that the Twitch account shared out your stuff, which was great. So cool. Yeah, and we just hit 1845.
Yay!
Nice.
So we got about,
Question for Rin from Raven Sock Monkey. What can we do to get your alcohol tolerance higher? Because these days, it doesn't take much for you.
Honestly, I don't even know the answer to that question mainly because of the fact that, I had to do more testing with more alcohol, which I don't think I'll ever be able to get to a point where I can actually know my tolerance. So, probably never.
Probably never.
Never. Another question for you from Awkward Envy. Which table was the comfiest? And do you think you'll get a new table for your space at the manor?
The table that I felt was the comfiest was the one that was specifically made for me. So I would love to create a duplicate of that table and have it at the manor for me to just lay on at times I feel stressed out.
Excellent. Another one for Rin. What is the best style of music to go with your stout?
Well, I've had this vision that in the future there'll be something called jazzercise. I've had some kind of premonition that has come up, but jazzercising is something that I think is great for just getting your groove on and maybe put a pep in your step every once in a while.
I will take just a second to plug the module. So the entire thing is called Minsk and Boo's Guide to Stuff and Things. It includes the subclasses for the pre-gens that you saw today, as well as the module itself. So I think it is $9.95 on the DMs Guild, and all the proceeds go to Extra Life. So it is a charity donation in itself. We have it says we have $140 to reach 2K, so I think we can get that.
We just hit 1980.
Well, we hit 1980. $20.
$20.
$20.
Be that $20.
Yeah, we just hit my birth year.
Yo.
Oh
1980.
man.
Wait, 1980?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
1980. I'm a baby, Tanya.
Did we get that $20?
You a babby. Come on.
I'm
All
a
these people
babby.
watching, somebody give up two tens.
We have hit 2,000.
Hey, well done.
We've hit 2,000.
Woo!
We
Nice.
did it.
Thank you, everyone.
Heck yeah.
At
With-
the wire.
Supporting
With
us
3
and
minutes
also
to spare.
the Chicago community. Like, we all live here. We really appreciate it.
Mhm.
Yeah, I mean that's what it's about. Like this is the Chicago Community Bail Fund, and you know, every major city, like these bail funds are super. Well, anywhere really, these bail funds are super important, especially with people out there on the front lines. You know, sometimes unfortunately arrested. You know, this is a great way to make sure that they're not held down by ridiculous bail amounts. So thank you so much for helping out the people.
Y'all are amazing. I think I missed 2 questions. I want to just grab them real quick because one of them was an NPC question. Why does Gazebo work unlicensed? Is the licensing committee corrupt? Probably. Gazebo is a goblin shrouded in mystery. And that lends itself to a certain type of business ethic. But that is all the time we have for today. I have been your Dungeon Master, LaTia Jacquise. You can find me all across the internet at the Lady Tiefling, and in a couple of weeks, you'll find me back in a player seat with the rest of my rivals here as we start our 7th season. So we'll go around and introduce everybody. We'll start with Brandon. We didn't introduce ourselves at the beginning.
Oh yeah. Hi everybody. I played Ren Leodon today. You can find me on Twitter at IamBrandonTV. You can find me here on Twitch at IamBrandon. Are we talking about what we're doing, or we're just?
Introductions is whatever you got going on.
All right. There's a lot going on. So yeah, me and Tanya after this actually will be on the Gary Wood Animal Crossing talk show.
Oh, nice.
So if y'all are
Nice, I love
wanting to
that
see
show.
it, you'll see our characters on the talk show. I got
Sweet.
some stuff happening. There's a lot of stuff happening. So y'all will see it. It'll be on the Twitters and stuff. So.
All right, Shareef.
You can catch me at ShareefJackson.com. All the links to my other things that I do, and I'm pretty much Shareef Jackson, ShareEef Jackson on all social media as well. I'll be DMing the next season of Rivals, so on June 21st, same time, same place, noon Central, on Sundays at twitch.tv/DND. Check us out as we embark on our 7th season of providing adventures into our 2nd year. So sorry, into our 3rd year. The beginning of our 3rd year. So.
All right, Tanya.
Hi, I'm Tanya, known as Cypher everywhere, and as Brandon said, we'll be going over and being on Animal Talking while playing Animal Crossing, which is too many words right now. And then actually later tonight, I get to hang out with LaTia again, and our friends B. Dave, Critical Bard, and TJ Storm, and play over at D4. And I think it's 7 Eastern?
That's a busy day.
7 Eastern. Yeah.
Y'all got a busy day.
7 Eastern, 6 Central. So come over to D4 and see us somehow get all our characters in one spot. This is going to be interesting. and then tomorrow, I don't care if the world's on fire. No one text me, call me, at me, nothing. And then I'll be back with the Rivals. The Dragon Age show that I GM is on a little bit of a break, but we'll be back in mid-July on Thursday nights at the Wandering DMs channel. So I'm Cypher everywhere. Give me a follow.
All right, and our newest rival, I get to say that, our newest rival, Masood.
Heck yeah. Hey guys, I'm Masood. You can find me on the internet on Instagram and Twitter at MaroodBoy. MAHRUDEVOI. It's mainly just sometimes my hot takes. Recently, a lot of content about relevant times, but predominantly just pictures of my cat. Yeah, so come follow me. You can also watch me with the Rivals games starting on June 21st. Thank you. Yeah, it's like 2 weeks. Very exciting. And then you can also see me on Tuesday nights with Indoor Recess Crew over at the Roll20 Squad. We're going to be doing a look into the mythic Odysseys of Theros on Tuesday nights, 8 p.m. Pacific time, which is 10 p.m. Central till 1 a.m. Central. So I'm going to stay up for it. So if you want to, it's worth it. Promise. I think. No, it's going to be great. We have a blast. And actually, Carlos, a former rival, is on there as well, so you can catch up with him.
Yay! All right, and again, I have been your DM for this day. LaTia Jacquise, the Lady Tiefling, across all social media. You'll catch me tonight with the D4 crew, and back at the table with the Rivals in 2 weeks. Other than that, you can find me on Twitter as I attempt to build a PC because I need one. Thank you all so much for coming. We will see you across the internet. We love you. Thank you so much for your donations. Have a good day, everybody.
Well, hold on.
Oh, wait. What's up?
I think we're going to raid or host someone. I'm just checking with DC.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I love that.
I can't do the raid call, but I can't initiate the raid, but do Rivals raid. And I believe we're going to go over and visit with Urban Bohemian, who's also raising money.
Hey, yeah, let's do that.
Thank you all so much. And let me throw the end scene so you all can get all of our socials.
Yes.
Yes. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you all so much.
Thanks for helping us hit that goal.
To double our goal even, yeah.
Yeah.
Goal.
See you in 2 weeks.
Bye.